the king of swingers.
The idea of swinging on the vine as a means of travel within a jungle is one that has been used in a variety of contexts. While the physical act may be difficult to do, modeling the action as a mass of the end of a pendulum, the value for the average horizontal ground velocity has been calculated. Within films and books, the action has been used for many years. The chase scenes from the movie Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is one such film. From investigating these scenes, the average horizontal ground velocity of Shia LaBeouf is found to be 15.3 meters by second.
In the 2008 film Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, there is a scene in which one of the main characters, played by Shia LaBeouf, gets flying into the air from a jeep during a car chase through the Amazon jungle. He is then trapped in the canopy above them until he sees monkeys swinging on the vines as a means of transport. Using this idea, he then swings on the handling vines to successfully catch up to the jeeps again. It is clear in this scene that he takes a shorter, more direct route through the trees to meet up with them. But just how fast could he have traveled on the vines in order to catch up with them? The model of him swinging as a mass on the end of a pendulum is used to test this idea.
For the model of the swing, we have assumed the vine to act as the pendulum with mass on the end of it. We have assumed that the mass of the vine is negligible and was. On the first swing, the mass will reach the same height as when it was released. The period for large amplitude escalation of a pendulum is given by the approximation. The theta is the angular amplitude and t is the oscillation time period, also using in this formula. Here L is the length of the vine and G is the oscillation due to gravity. The approximation has been taken to the third order for this model as due to the computations already made, there is no need to use a more accurate order.
We can now calculate the average horizontal velocity of the person using where S is the horizontal distance and T is the time. Using trigonometry, the length of S can be found to be S equals L sinus theta. The period of oscillation is for a distance of for S, as it is the time for a complete swing forward and backward. Then, this gives the average horizontal velocity of the swinger to be. The period of oscillation is dependent on the length of the vine. And so, using the location of the films, chase scene to be the Amazon. The height of the trees used was 25 meters. Allowing for this height to include the canopy, an area they would not be able to swing it through, the maximum length of the vine was chosen to be 20 meters. By using equation 1 and equation 2, the average horizontal velocity was found by varying the initial angular displacement and vine length. This was then plotted on a graph to compare and find the maximum velocities for each combination. Figure 2 clearly shows that larger initial displacements and vine lengths increase the average horizontal velocity. For the scenario in the film, taking the length to be 20 meters and the initial angular displacement to be 70 degrees, the velocity was found to be 15.3 meters by second. Comparing this to the apparent velocity of the jeeps in this scene, which we have assumed to be approximately 4 km per hour or 11.11 meters per second, we show that it will be possible to catch up with the jeeps in theory.
To conclude why Hollywood usually does a good job of ignoring physics when it comes to action sequences, swinging on a vine as a means of travel seems, at least pleasurable, certainly with Shia taking a short and more direct route. The ability for him to catch up doesn't seem too far-fetched. With future, while taking into account the mass of the vine and also air resistance, the accuracy of the average horizontal ground velocity below could be improved.
What the hell, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.